motos. And as we talked about, the lines are always changing around High Point Raceway. And so it's important to pick the right lines.
Hey, we're talking the history of the sport this year in our 50th anniversary celebration. We got to give a shout out to the 500 class, no longer part of Lucas Oil Pro Motocross, but our own Brock Lover is the only 3-time champion ever. And you like to point out that, I mean, the 500s are gone now, but there was a time, especially in the early days of the sport, that was the creme de la creme, the 500s.
Well, it was kind of known as the King's Classic, particularly in the Grand Prix in Europe. I mean, Roger DeCoster, 5-time world champion, Brad Lackey, you got Heikki Mikkola, the people like this, and then Honda, even when they went HRC back to team, they only backed him in the 500s. So the premier class used to be the 500 class in the Grand Prix. Unfortunately, things changed in the sport, but I loved riding them. I had great battles with guys like David Bailey right here.
There we go. You and
this
Bailey
was
battling
nearly
to the
a
end.
photo finish right here at High Point, and we exchanged rubber and battles and passed it back and forth the whole time there. That was 1984, and just fond memories, no question about riding those big old beasts around this track.
I'm amazed. I'm looking at this air-cooled Yamaha and those old forks and everything, and you have fond memories. Steel handlebars, bro.
Okay, to be realistic, I think I wake up with cold sweat sometimes.
Okay.
If I've ever dreamed about that time, I wake up with cold sweat.
All
but
right.
It was, I loved riding the more powerful bikes, and it was a lot of fun.
1993 was the last year we had a 500 national championship. Nowadays, we switched from those 2 strokes to 4 strokes. So it's 250cc, 4 strokes on the line, second moto of the day, 30 minutes and 2 laps, 40 riders on the gate. We showed you the highlights. We'll take those results. We'll add these results. That's your overall winner. That's the one thing that hasn't changed in motocross, the 2-moto format. Fly Racing 32nd card is up. So Hunter Lawrence looking for the overall win. He's got the first moto now. He won the second moto last week. The fourth in Moto 1 is what held him back. Would not surprise anyone if the rider to end Jet Lawrence's win streak would be his brother Hunter. Probably top of the list.
Yep, we'll see here shortly what kind of start he gets. That's the key to the motos right here. He needs a good start.
There it is in the 96. Let's go racing at High Point.
Bad little jump right there. Kind of twitched a little early. We'll see if he can salvage it.
Just Seth Hammaker again.
Yep. Got 2 Lawrence brothers in second and third. Hammaker grabs another repeat hole shot.
Yeah, 2 hole shots for the Pennsylvanian at his home track. But somehow Hunter Lawrence emerges in second despite that bad jump off the line.
He did, and actually looked like Jet was holding second. Hunter made a couple of good moves in that first corner, and then the second corner too. And here's another corner that was very strong. Both of those right-handers at the bottom of the hill, you've seen Hunter Lawrence do some good line selection and come out making passes in the previous moto, so we'll see if he can do it again here.
So he salvaged it with a bad jump.
Yep.
Ooh, that line was creative.
Yep, very creative. So Hunter is a veteran. He's had a lot of laps under his belt in both over in Europe and racing the GPs, and now here in the United States. And he's a savvy rider, and again, in this class, he's definitely the veteran.
Beta drone cam following Seth Hammaker again, the Pennsylvania native to the lead. Every time I can't figure out what Hunter's doing, and then by the time you get to the end, you're like, oh, that made sense.
Yeah, he took advantage of that parade lap. He looked at a lot of the outside lines, carry a lot of speed. We talked about that earlier in the first moto, but again, I'll reiterate on it. There are a lot of elevation changes here. On the smaller bore bikes, you do need to carry cornering speed, especially the exit of the corner, so you want to take many times the wide line to be carrying more speed as you lead up to a long power robbing uphill. And so here's coming up another one right here on this outside steepest part.
Oh, Hammaker!
Hammaker tumbles there, tucks the front.
Tough break. He was fourth in Moto 1. You know, he'd like to get it up there on the overall podium today. So we're back to another Lawrence brothers 1-2. But this is what we've wanted to see. We have not seen them start up front together yet this year. We're about to have a one-on-one duel.
Yeah, we are. And then we talked about Hammaker. That was a section where we talked about coming out of the shade, sun into the shade, back and forth, the tree shade. Some of those ruts don't always have the best visibility. I'm not sure if that caused anything, but there's a chance it did.
Okay, so it's going to be Justin Cooper up to third, and we will show you the crash with Seth Hammaker right here.
Right, coming down here, you go into the shade right here, and it's not always easy to see coming from bright sunlight into those dark ruts. And they probably put a little water down in there. He just looked like he got almost what I call behind the bike. He started to tuck the front, and he had his foot caught behind him, and he went down.
Oh, bummer for Hammaker. That's going to drop him way back. You go down on lap 1. He's about 10. So here it is, Jet versus Hunter. And a lot different on the line choice as well. Jet looking for room.
Yep, you can see Hunter continually working that outside line, and I saw earlier Jet in the first moto, Jet was working a lot of inside line, so it's funny they both two brothers, but they do different lines, tendencies. I guess Jet seems to like the inside a lot better than Hunter does.
So Hunter, the older brother, looking for his first overall win of the year, but has 2 straight Moto wins in this series. It's come together for Jet in multiple ways this year, dominated the season opener, won both Motos. Probably hasn't been the fastest rider the last 2 races, but by far he has been the most consistent. And they, in 5 out of 7 Motos so far this year, have been 1-2.
That in itself is remarkable. But you talk about consistency. That's where I'm impressed so much with Hunter Lawrence's riding. His lap times are consistently fast, but he does not vary much. So if you're going to get around him, you're going to have to work for it.
And Hunter pulling away a little bit now from his brother. So the first half of the track a little better for Jet. This section, Hunter has it completely dialed in.
Yep, outside line there, carrying that lot of speed up that steep hill. Yep.
Oh, this would be a statement if he could get away and go to the 1-1. 9 points is the gap between them in the series standings. So the title, we're just in the early stages of what we hope is going to be a season-long tussle between the brothers out of Australia. Hey, Justin Cooper lurking in third.
And RJ Hampshire, I was just looking back, and I mean, Justin Cooper normally gets good starts. First moto, just on the cusp of the top 10. This time, a little better start for just 32 bike. But RJ Hampshire coming back from a pretty serious injury there. Spent some time in the hospital. First time back on the bike racing. Had to skip Thunder Valley. So hats off to RJ.
Our FMF battle box, we've got 7th and 8th, which would be Romano on the 411. It's the first rider, and then right behind him, Styles Robertson, the Rockstar Husqvarna, and then Hammaker trying to make his way back through after going down to the first lap.
Yep, puts a stop on Nick Romano there, number 411. But watching these riders, it's fun for me. I mean, these guys were all part of the Team Dunlop Elite program as mini bike riders, some of them as small as their PW50 riders coming through.
4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, and they've worked their way all the way through. And for me to see that, I mean, now I've been at Dunlop for 21 years, so it's for me to come through and watch these kids. I've seen a lot of them come up, even the Eli Tomacs and the Justin Marshas, and so it's neat to see them make all the way to the pro class.
Justin Cooper has eaten up the gap to Jet Lawrence and is now looking to make a pass. He is flying, literally.
Yeah, he's finding his pace. Again, he wasn't 100% healthy from his heel injury, I believe it was, in the beginning part of the year, and now he's starting to ride himself back into shape. And look at this.
Oh, he's got it. He's on the inside. He doesn't want this Lawrence Brothers 1-2, and he takes it from Jet.
Yep, that's an aggressive. Want to make sure to solidify that thing and block him out.
Send it down to Jason Thomas.
So Justin Cooper didn't have the first moto that he wanted, but this second moto looks a lot better. Now what I noticed when he came in from the parade lap, they were actually making suspension changes after the parade lap. So that tells me that he wasn't really happy with the bike setting and they're really searching, and he looks like he found exactly what he was looking for.
Well, to change it after the sight lap, I got to imagine that he tried to hammer a lap at race speed or so, get a feel for it, change more.
Yeah, he must not have been comfortable in the first moto and was opting for some sort of a change. Maybe they made the change and then he went out and tried it and didn't like it, or it was maybe in the right direction, needed change far. Maybe JT can find out a little more scoop there, maybe a couple clickers here and there on the shock or something.
Now Jet Lawrence is coming back after him, so he has reset it. And the 3 riders who were top 3 in points a year ago are top 3 in this race. And Justin Cooper trying to break up this Honda party up front. Jet almost able to show Cooper a wheel. Actually does. And Cooper takes him wide.
That was an aggressive move, no question. But, you know, Justin Cooper had the corner. It was a risky one for Jet to go around the outside and be on the outside of that berm there. But he was able to check up and still continue on.
Jet, as quickly as he got caught and passed, has definitely reset it now and trying to get back around Cooper. Let's show you the contact again.
Yeah, Justin Cooper hit a little braking bump. It kicked up his rear, so he lost some of his braking ability, and then Jet was able to capitalize and just about made that pass, but full defensive mode by Justin Cooper.
And look at the difference it has made. Hunter Lawrence now starting to get away while these two battle each other. Gap says 2.3 seconds. It looks like it's larger than that. Jet all over this track looking for room to get back around Justin Cooper. Let's send it back down to Jason Thomas.
So you guys ask and I deliver.
Nice.
I spoke with the Monster Star Yamaha technicians and they said they went to a completely different shock altogether. So they were just doing a little bit of fine tuning, but the setting was completely different, just trying to find an answer for this high point venue.
Good job, JT, and good job, Star Racing. He is much better in this moto.
Yeah, sometimes you make a change, and it's worth it. I mean, obviously, Justin Cooper felt it was worth it because he was not happy with the bike in the first moto. So, but man, Jet Lawrence is all over it. But Justin Cooper's fighting back. He's not giving it up easily.
Oh, Jet trying to tightrope walk it on the inside over that hump. Not able to get it done. Hey, they've closed right back up on Hunter. So early in that lap, bumping each other, lost some time. They've closed right back at the leader. We could be looking at a 3-rider duel.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the clock, it doesn't look like, it looks like Jet Lawrence might be the fastest one on the track, but at least the lap times officially, Justin Cooper popped off at 2:06. That's the quickest one. That's a full second faster than Hunter.
You can see he was absolutely flying, and like I said, literally catching some air jumping down into these hills. He's not done. One Lawrence brother down. He wants the other.
I do like the way he stayed real nice and tight around that first corner there. It's just it's a big corner, and the shorter distance is the inside if you can keep back on the power, which he was.
So Cooper had the foot injury, cost him all of Supercross, off the bike for almost 5 months, and then he said maybe spent so much time trying to get back in shape and get seat time, not enough setting up the motorcycle. Really well off, out of the top 10 at the season opener. They changed everything in the bike for round 2, and he was on the podium. Jet! Where did that come from? Side by side, he's got second.
That was uber aggressive, no question about it. He was giving a little retaliation, I think, on that earlier pass, that pass attempt that Justin Cooper did. That was a great move by Jet to just capitalize on something that was didn't look like it was there.
Cooper's not giving up on it, and I cannot believe they've actually closed on Hunter while battling each other. Usually it goes the other way around. Take us through it again.
Yeah, this is a great move by Jet. We can see a little replay here. He just bunny hops in that inside. See, he used what was a bump, that the braking bump that developed. He used it as a jump and was able to launch himself right in the inside and own the corner. Look at this, doing the same thing there. Boy, that was close. He popped out of the inside rut into another rut, but we'll see. He's definitely pushing, trying to catch his brother.
Yeah, but he's got to deal with Cooper, who's looking to get him back, and he wisely moves to the right side of the racetrack because Cooper was building a case, building momentum around the outside. Jet able to stop it, keeping his brother in sight. And they pulled away. It's Hampshire and Shimoda 4th and 5th.
Yeah, we'll see if Joe Shimoda can make a little bit of a run on RJ Hampshire. He looked like he had great speed in that first one. Ended up on the final step of the podium, so we'll see what happens.
Here's your Honda HRC. That's the team manager, Lars Lindstrom, watching this one quite intently and quite tensely. Let's send it down to JT.
So Lars Lindstrom, you win the first moto in this class. You win the first 450 moto. You're running 1-2 in this moto, and you signed Hunter Lawrence to a 2-year deal today. Now, I have to congratulate you on the strategic timing. It may have been a little bit more expensive. You signed it after today's race.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it really makes us look pretty smart when we announce that he's got a 2-year deal extension, and then he's winning the race too. So he's really delivering on everything that he signed for. Him and his brother both, and then obviously Chase too. So far a great day.
I think we got to let Lars get back to watching, because now we've got the teammates and the brothers almost wheel to wheel. Jet has found, should I use the joke? Yeah, Jet has found the afterburners. He's pulled back away from Justin Cooper, and he wants to take the lead from his brother.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing right now, and he wants that overall. And even though they're saying they're not quite at 100%, they don't really seem like they're 100% physically. They're close enough, and Jet's saying I'm able to push all the way through the moto and starting to work some different alternative lines, and he's making a run here.
Two things happening. Which Lawrence brother can get it? But Justin Cooper, he's got to serve notice. He's got to try to keep them in sight and not get dropped, because he looked racy at the beginning of this one when he passed Jet for second, but they're starting to march away. Down to the inside is going to be Jet. Hunter's been on the outside throughout this race. It worked.
Yep, and last lap right there was Jet's best lap time, did a 2:05, so that was his fastest lap of the race, and obviously shows on the screen because he's closed it all right in and made his way around Justin Cooper.
What everyone wanted to see early in the season, and by that I just mean the first 5 motos, Jet was starting much better than Hunter. We had not seen them wheel to wheel. Last 2 motos, Hunter started much better than Jet. Finally, we have a battle for a win between them.
This is what we've all wanted to see all season long so far in these first 4 races, and it's fun to watch.
And what can you say about having 2 brothers at this level? Again, 5 of the first 7 motos, they finished 1-2. They're 1-2 in points. They're 1-2 in this race. Shout out to the family and the people around them. I know everybody says that, but they've got a really tight-knit group. And it has led to this. Jet leaping down the staircase. He's got the inside. I think he's going to have the lead.
He absolutely has
Hunter
it from
fights
that
back,
point.
Brock.
Hunter has the outside. Boy, it's just been fun. They've been so many different lines, and they're taking just inside, outside.
Yeah, I thought Hunter maybe had something brewing there to get him back. Not quite. So let's see. Can Jet pull away, or can Hunter repass him? Fantastic action in High Point. Oh, Hunter wants to spot back.
Sometimes you just almost got to sit there and watch because it's just so exciting.
Think of the fans here at High Point. Huge crowd. These are 2 of the most popular riders, and they are putting on a show, and one we have not seen yet. Brother versus brother for the lead, and different lines all over this racetrack. Hunter is looking for his spot.
This is the track where really the donut craze started for Hunter, isn't it? For Jet.
Yeah, they had a poster contest last year,
Exactly, the poster contest of so very popular rider, Jet Lawrence, and both of the Lawrence brothers are very popular and likable. No wonder they're popular, but it's Jet's got a little extra love here at the High Point crowd.
Now Hunter, we're going to see that outside, putting it to work from 2nd place. Not enough to close back in. But I'll tell you what, Jet's not getting away, that's for sure.
Somehow I think I've seen this picture before. You know, these 2 brothers have done this before on practice sessions, no question about it. They've battled closely many times, and they're starting to really checking out away from Justin Cooper sitting in 3rd place.
So if it ends like this, Jet Lawrence wins the overall. They'll tie on points. They'll both have a 1st and a 2nd. The tiebreaker is the better 2nd moto, but it's inconsequential right now. We have a lot of time left for these 2 to duke it out, and Hunter is giving him all he can handle halfway through this moto. 15 minutes down, 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes, you can save 15% or more on your insurance. Totally different line that we've seen no one use in this moto from Hunter.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if he was going to be able to work that line in, but it looks like that little knob in the inside is just enough of a handicap to not be able to make it work. So again, Hunter's trying all the outside. Earlier we saw Jet doing all the outside. Now Jet went back to the inside, more defensive line, and Hunter's trying to do some more offensively, running all these wide outside lines, as we can see there on the screen.
Yeah, it's tough to play it here. Is it a risk worth taking? You got to try something different when you're in 2nd, but if you lose too much time, it's over. So Hunter's got to figure out how does he want to play it. And through that exchange, Jet was able to stretch it just a little bit.
Yep, Jet just busted that berm apart, and Hunter just tiptoed on the inside of it. Just 2 different approaches for almost the same line, but you can see the small just differences between the 2, though.
Deep ruts back here. Oh, Hunter tried to square it off.
He did. This track is just getting, these ruts are getting deeper and deeper, and they're changing throughout the whole race too.
Can Hunter keep Jet in sight? A lot of it today coming down to the line choice. He loves this outside.
You know, traditionally High Point always had a little bit of a shale rock in it, and sometimes, you know, being a tire guy, we used to see got to be careful cutting tires, flat tires, but in the last years they've really worked a lot of that rock out of the soil and have just added more, looks like topsoil. You can see some clay coming through there, but this conditions are just fantastic.
Hunter has closed it back up, and another lap down. 13 minutes and 2 laps left between the brothers.
Yep, Hunter's not giving up, and we talked about that earlier, how Hunter just consistently is able to run strong pace for all 30 minutes plus 2 laps, and this is not changing right here. He's not giving up.
And it's this section here where he took a pretty radical line. It didn't work, so now he's doing the wise thing. He's just going to follow his brother through and keep it close and find another area to attack. Get those S-turns after this staircase where he's had some speed, so let's see how it transpires.
Yeah, you're exactly right on that, Weege. When you have maybe 16, 17, 18 Latin corners on the track, you might find all sorts of different alternative lines. You might try some work, some don't work, but then you finally narrow it down and say, okay, I got 3 spots or 4 spots that are a little quicker. Stick to those, and the rest of the time I just need to follow whatever Jet's doing.
It's going to be so good down the stretch between the Lawrence brothers. Got to take a quick break here on MAV TV, but don't go anywhere. It's the battle we wanted to see all year long. Battle continues. Jet able to just slip away in that one turn, and then Hunter gets it back.
He does. You can see right now there's just each rider has a little bit of a strong spot or portion of the track, and the other rider might be a little faster. Now the lapped rider made Jet check up a little bit. Hunter's able to get closer, and he's pushing hard.
Absolutely. Edging to the inside, and he loves this outside. This is the closest he has been. He's going to dive bomb it. Big run by Hunter. Not enough.
Yeah, that outside line's kind of losing a little bit of its mojo, but Hunter's still trying to make it work.
And Jet able to wheelie through that corner and use that inside. Now, who's got the guts to lead the brakes off down the hill? Hopping the bumps.
Great run by Hunter. You saw that exactly, kind of easing off the brakes. The harder you brake, the more deeply the suspension goes into the stroke, and then it actually doesn't work as well. And Hunter was able to just kind of release maybe 10-20% of the brake just to release the suspension and let it get back to working properly, and it really showed.
This has been as good as advertised. We knew they would be closely matched. Jet cannot get away.
Yep. This is where we saw a different line, but
the 50th anniversary season of Pro Motocross is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance. Motosport.com. Make your next ride your best ride. And by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
And the fantastic battle continues between the Lawrence brothers. No change in the order. Jet in the red gear, Hunter in the blue gear, dealing with lap traffic and dealing with each other. We wanted to see them start together and battle the whole way. We're getting it today at High Point.
Yep, the two Honda riders just going wheel to wheel this whole time, and now the lapped riders are starting to really play into this this race, and it could go either way. And maybe Hunter sitting behind can follow and use one of those lapped riders to his advantage and squeak by his brother.
Oh, laying it over in that corner. Oh, hey, their trainer, Johnny O'Mara, former Team Honda rider, was with Jason Thomas. JT.
So I'm down here with the O Show, Johnny O'Mara, as you said, trainer and riding coach of both of the Lawrence brothers. Now, the last few weeks, they've been a little bit under the weather. Certainly doesn't look that way today.
No, they're feeling a little bit better this week. Not 100%, but definitely, as you can see, they're spreading out there, and it's just between the two brothers. You know, I think everyone knows that they're under my program, and they train the same. They're on the same machinery, and they both want to win very bad.
So we've got to ask the question, who's going to get it done?
I really can't answer it. I want both boys the equal amount. Like, literally, sure, Jet's won the first four, but Hunter doesn't want to give any more points up to Jet, so it's going to be a battle all summer.
And it was a battle right there, and it was the downhill. Hunter Lawrence makes the pass.
Yeah, we were talking about that exact that lap earlier. Hunter looked like he just kind of realized when you charge real hard, just ease off the brakes, let the suspension work, and the bike actually flowed a little better. For some reason, he just able to find the extra amount of speed down there, made it work, and then really kind of put the move on Jet. Jet had to pop out of the rut.
Jet has to answer back now. 8 minutes to go, and Jet does. A tremendous speed down the staircase. Oh, they risked it all, and Hunter just able to hold him off.
Jet he's not afraid to pin it down that staircase. He's got a little extra speed there over Hunter, and Hunter has a little more where he made the pass. So
we'll take you through it again on the downhill.
Right, carrying some extra speed there. Gets off to the rider's right, our left on the screen, releases the brakes a little bit more, jumps inside, and then looks like Jet just didn't get right there and makes a little bobble on the exit, but didn't slow him down much. He's fighting a quarter lap later. He's fighting for the lead again.
Hunter's going to try to put this one away. He's putting in a dead sprint. He's opened it up to about a second over his brother.
Yep.
So let's see if Jet can respond. It's ETS drone cam. Jet's going to try to reset and close back in.
Yep, this is a section where they're in and out of the shadows of the trees here at the High Point Raceway. So visibility can be a little bit of a problem. These guys got young eyes. I'm sure they're better than you know, most of the older people when you're thinking about coming in their corners and stuff. But it's man, oh man, this is fun to watch. There are multiple lines, incredible.
Yeah, this is about as racy as a motocross track is going to get. I mean, they are in different sections in almost every corner.
There's the downhill we talked about earlier. See that berm is getting a big hook in it, and it's caught Jet last lap. So Jet changed lines wisely, and now he's starting to realize that hopefully Hunter makes an adjustment for the next lap. Jets might be the chance to pass him.
Also, Hunter, he takes that wide line before they reach what we used to call Bradshaw Boulevard, and it was definitely quicker Hunter on the inside. So he's got to try to change lines while leading because Jet has closed back in. This is spectacular.
Just stuffing it in there at the bottom of that wooden board corner there, and it just, you could tell, I'm sure, the dirt and the boards, and you can feel that when you hit that board, trust me.
Hey, Hunter didn't get the double over the tunnel, and that allows Jet to pull up alongside. Now Jet's been on the other side of the track most of the time. It's flipped now. Can he go around the outside and make it work? Not quite yet, but he's on the inside now.
Jet's got the pass there, and it's
unreal,
unbelievable. They switched lines because that was Jet's trump card before, where he was able to go down the right-hand side there and carry extra speed. So then Hunter got on that side, but then Jet was still able to make the pass work on the outside of the next corner.
And Hunter had a spot where he could have got him back, but he got his leg caught and couldn't quite double downhill like he had been doing. So now it's his turn to try to reset. Look, we've talked about how it's been super friendly between the brothers. JT saw them throwing the football around yesterday, hanging out, but we have not seen a knockdown, drag-out battle between them yet, and you can see how badly they want to beat each other.
They definitely want to beat each other. And we talk about they're some of the only riders that really spend all day on Friday at the track. Every time I've been here all day on Friday, these two brothers are there, like you mentioned. Talked about them playing cornhole together. Got real competitive there at Thunder Valley. Yesterday they're throwing a football around. So they hang out at the track together. They spend all the time there. So, but there's no question Hunter wants to be able to beat his brother, and vice versa.
Yep, and that win streak, Jet Lawrence undefeated so far. He's got the downhill figured out this time as we go back to the beta drone cam, and he's got to protect on the inside. That rut is straight nasty.
It's gotten real nasty. The early part of the berm is pushed away. The mid part, for some reason, held its own. And so now it's got a double hook in the middle of the berm. And these guys are starting to figure it out, working a way around it, not going so deeply into the berm to where it completely stops their momentum. But it's still not the ultimate shape corner yet.
No, but I don't think Jet wanted to go around it. He doesn't want to leave the inside unprotected, so he's got to hit that thing.
Yep, squaring it up here. Yep, getting ready for the old tunnel jump there, double jumping down, and here's the infamous high point track section here, the stair step downhill.
How will Hunter play it? Looking for something different. Nice smoother line there on the outside. Now this is where he's had something different brewing. Will he hook all the way to the inside? No, he's going to choose to follow. Yep,
earlier they were actually taking an inside line, and now that inside line. So you can see the ruts just crisscrossing everywhere. These guys, it's not easy doing what they're doing. I mean, jumping every one of these ruts and trying to negotiate. And they mentioned earlier from, I think Hunter was saying that the track didn't flow quite as well as he remembered it the years before, but it's still very raceable, maybe more raceable than I've seen it in the past.
What a fantastic race this track has led to. I can't even keep track because it's the fourth time that they've flopped the lead and the other rider has had to respond, something like that, maybe 5 times. It's on Hunter now to keep pace and try to attack his brother again.
Yeah, Jet just looks so comfortable on the bike when you watch him standing on the pegs. Just smooth as can be. Looks like his line selection. I like how he kind of focuses through the corner before he gets into that rut. Knows where he's going to go. You can see right when he hits the berm, he knows he's in the right spot. He starts looking up further down the track. It's a very smooth rider.
Can Hunter do it? Can he close back in? Here's the critical downhill where he made the pass a few laps ago. And here's that rut on the inside we're talking about. It ain't pretty. Oh, they tried to get out of it.
Yeah, I like the way Jet just did hit that berm and kind of just let the suspension rebound and help him pop out of the corner. But these guys are neck and neck. Yeah. You got lappers all around them.
Oh, yeah, Hunter's right back there, and that really held up Jet.
You have complete chaos all around him with these lapped riders Jet looks over to see where that lap rider is because he wants to block him, kind of maybe give him the little, I call it the stink eye, but he's giving him like, hey, man, you're battling with the leaders here.
Cooper still third. Shimoda, Mosman up to fifth. Hammaker sixth after an early crash. Hampshire, Robertson, Brown, Folan round out the top 10. Obviously, this moto, we have been dead focused on this unreal battle for the race win between the Lawrence brothers, the youngsters out of Australia. They have certainly taken the American racing scene by storm, but this is next level what they've done today.
It is. They've now they're really starting to separate themselves. I mean, they got 15 seconds from the third place Justin Cooper, and they've got 30 seconds on fourth place Joe Shimoda.
Hunter's going to need a mistake here from Jet. That exchange through lap traffic actually worked out better for the number one. So Hunter goes to work, finding new lines again. Minute and a half before the 2 lap to go sign comes out.
Yeah, if Hunter wants any chance of doing the overall here and beating his brother, he's going to have to pick up the pace, get back in contact. He's trying. I mean, he's there. Anybody can do it. He's the one on the field that can do it.
Well, this is what we've been left with, a tie in the overall points between the brothers if it ends like this, but the tiebreaker is the better Moto 2, so Jet Lawrence would have it, and with that, it would be 4 straight wins to start the season. Does Hunter have anything left to go after him?
I know Hunter has something left, there's no question, but does he have the speed left? And that's a totally different question, but he's trying right here. Got 1 lap rider in between them. He's going to have to get around that rider quickly, but Jet is starting to inch away.
Downhill. Lap traffic. No problems this time. So the lead continues to stretch.
Yeah, looking back at the top 5, I see Michael Mosman has now worked his way into the top 5. Another guy that did not get 2 good starts today and had to work his way. Seth Hammaker slipped back to 6, but again, we're just all eyes are on the first 2 riders, and Hunter Lawrence negotiating that tricky ruddy section.
Now it's 2 seconds, though. About the biggest a lead has been during this moto, which is hard to believe. They've been that close the entire time.
Yep, I like the way Jet's really riding well. He comes through those corners. He uses his extra height, gripping the tank with his knees. He's doing a terrific job.
He is starting to stretch it. Jet Lawrence looking to start the year with 4 straight overall wins. And there's 2.5 laps separating him from that. A 4-race win streak back in 2019 in this series with Adam Cianciarulo, and he did go on to win this championship that year, 2019. And Jet is looking good now. What a battle, though. And on this track, 1 mistake, you give that 2.8 seconds right back, but something has changed.
Yeah, earlier I was talking about how Jet just really uses his knees really well. He stands on the pegs, but when he gets into this section, he starts gripping the tank, gripping his knees together, uses his extra height just to be really smooth in that section. It controls the bike with effortless. You don't have to use so much upper body muscle and strength, so he's able to save energy and conserve his energy throughout the race, and it's just technique others should emulate.
He has always been wise beyond his years, only 18 years old. But yes, in Supercross, he's had some crashes, no doubt about it. But here in Motocross, hasn't had many big ones the entire time he's raced. This is really his 3rd full pro season. And he rides like a veteran at times. Like you said, sometimes less is more.
Well, the Lawrence family literally packed up everything, moved to Europe. Hunter was chasing the world championship, but young Jet had the opportunity to be amongst all the top world championship riders, and he was able to practice with them and learn, and it was a great job.
That is Shimoda and Mosman battling in the FMF battle box, a drone cam on the lower right. Mosman trying to take 4th away. Shimoda would be sitting on an overall podium either way, but championship points are paid per moto, so he doesn't want to let him by.
Yep, seems like, you know, this is going to be a broken record a little bit.
Mosman got him.
Yep. Mosman showing lots of speed,
yes.
Definitely podium speed, no question about it, but the inconsistency in starts or bike problems, or he's just been like, I don't even know how to say, he's just been bit, but bad luck and bad misfortune the whole season, it seems like.
Yes, so he's looking at potentially 4th in this moto now that they made the pass, and 4th overall. Hard to believe he didn't have any podiums overall in this season yet, with the kind of speed he has had.
Yeah, that's a remarkable statement right there, but also what's remarkable is how many different ways Jet Lawrence is trying to win an overall.
Yes.
I mean, he's either a 1-1 or a 2-2, or he's done it so many different ways. And then has he had a 2-1 yet?
I don't think he has. So here we go. We'll mix it up for you. I think it was a 3-1 that got him a hangtown. So yeah,
so this could be a fourth way to do the same thing, win the overall. But again, I'm going to reiterate the fact that the championship is 24 separate motos that are counted really as individual races, points paint races. Overalls are fun, but you don't win a championship and you don't earn any points on the overalls.
You don't win any extra points, but there is big win money bonus from Honda, you betcha.
Yeah.
And that's what the Lawrence brothers were fighting over in addition to series points. It's going to end up even up championship-wise today. They'll both have a second and a first. So it was a 12-point lead for Jet coming in. Probably, if it ends like this, will end that way. But the bigger paycheck's going to go to the guy that won. So
when you go to the Lawrence house and you look in the piggy banks of the kids, you're saying that
I honestly would be surprised Jet still has it.
Yeah, Jet's young enough to maybe have a piggy bank, and his is a little full as he takes the white flag with just one more lap to win, to be able to put the icing on the cake of a 4th overall of the year.
Yeah, his piggy bank is bigger than most 18-year-olds. I can tell you that much. He already has a national championship from last year and a Monster Energy Supercross championship from this year. Working on another. Wait a minute. No. Hunter is putting in a last lap gasp. It was 3.8 seconds. No. It's down to 1.4.
Hey, Hunter's got a lot of fight in him. I'd go to war with that guy in my team anytime.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a fighter. And Jet's not slowing down, trust me. You can see right there, even on that little bump, he's almost scrubbing it on that stair step coming down there. And Hunter is pushing hard.
Oh, he is throwing it out there on the final lap. It took about 2 laps there where Jet pulled away, thought it was over. They can't get that double right now. That run has just become too difficult.
I mean, why would Hunter hold back right now? It's the last lap of the second moto, and if he makes that pass, he wins overall. And his piggy bank's bigger, so he's going to lay it on the line, and he's certainly doing that. And we get to be privy to watching this.
It's going to be a fight right down to the end. Jet's going to have to pick it up because Hunter is absolutely pinned on this final lap, and he's got it down to about 5 bike lengths. And there is room for passing back here. Fans love this. They're going to give it to you for the full 30 and 2.
Yep, tricky off camber. Hunter tries a little different line on the inside. Look to gain another bike length or 2.
Here we go, downhill and then back up.
Yep, and then we go down to that tricky corner down here in the shade. We talked about it over and over. This is a tough corner down here just before the old Bradshaw Boulevard.
Hunter has used his outside the entire moto. Couldn't pay off for him on the last lap. Little mistake by Jet. Hunter's close.
Leading up to the downhill, downhill coming up that he made the pass earlier.
You know he wants it here.
Look at right here.
Who's going to leave the brakes off to the bottom of the hill?
Oh, Jet does a great job of countering there.
And Hunter sends it. Jet able to respond.
Oh,
last turn coming up. Hunter's pulling back up on him. Checkers in sight. Jet Lawrence beats Hunter Lawrence by a half second.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. That was unbelievable.
What a race. As good as you'll ever see it. Regardless of who it is, the fact that they're brothers and teammates makes it that much better. Half a second.
Oh, what a last lap by Hunter Lawrence. That was fantastic. I'm telling you, he's got to just be proud of that effort he put in, but also just madly frustrated.
Yeah, it's confidence either way, though. They both know that could have gone either way, and there's plenty more motos to go where Hunter will have the chance to even the score. Today, they'll end up tied on points, 2-1, 1-2. But Jet will get the overall for the 4th straight week with the tiebreaker in Moto 2. You want to read the body language of the brothers after this one. There it is.
Yeah, but I want to pull that helmet off, Hunter. I want to see how frustrated or he's just like, man.
What a race. All the way down to the end. There's their agent, Lucas Myrtle, to congratulate both of them. There's, of course, Johnny O'Mara in the black hat, the trainer, to immediately start downloading the information.
Yep.
What a battle. What a battle. And you know the fans love this one too. And don't worry, folks. Plenty more opportunity to see more of that. More where that came from. Stay with us. We'll talk to them.
At Beta, the best just got better. With the new 2022 Beta RR models, delivering an unmatched, refined riding experience. and the new 2022 Cross Trainer, the #1 selling entry-level enduro on the market. Beta produces the most rideable motorcycles in the world. Check one out at a Beta dealer near you.
It's the roughest, gnarliest, toughest, most physically demanding discipline in all of motorsports. I'm Ricky Carmichael, 10-time outdoor pro motocross champion. Join us as we unleash the beast in the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship presented by Monster Energy.
Are you ready to go?
New CRF 250R. Lighter, faster, stronger. Ready to help you find your edge.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
I can't have you just rolling your eyes at us. You got some.
Hey, where are you going? Hey. That's the giveaway bike.
Hey, come on. Hey, we're supposed to put that back in the shop.
Get off that thing.
They're supposed to be riding that thing.
That's the giveaway bike. Come on, man.
Enter to win at motorsport.com/win.
The 50th anniversary season of Pro Motocross is brought to you by Optima Batteries. The 50th anniversary season of Pro Motocross is brought to you by Optima Batteries, the ultimate power source. Honda, celebrating 50 years of off-road dominance. And by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive.
That's what it's like to ride around High Point Raceway and the Lucas Stabilizer High Point National. It's GoPro course preview. We just had one of the best races you will ever see in this sport, and it was between two brothers and teammates. Lucas Oil race recap. Seth Hammaker had the starts dialed today in his home state race. 2 motosport.com whole shots today. But he had the Lawrences, Chet on the #1 and Hunter on the 96 right with him. He made it a little easier on them because he would go down early in the race while leading. Could be a tricky left hand off camber here.
Yep, right here in the shadows of the trees down here at High Point Raceway. I don't know what exactly caused that to go down, but Seth went down by leading and handed over to the Lawrence brothers.
Now we had a brief challenge from Justin Cooper, who from third caught Jet Lawrence and passed him, and then started making tracks toward Hunter. But the Lawrence brothers wanted it to be a solo effort between them today, and Jet would eventually get Cooper back.
Very aggressive pass right here on Justin Cooper, and made his statement there and set his sights out on his older brother Hunter.
And once Jet put it together, he was able to close the gap, go after Hunter, and I can't even keep track of how many passes between them. Jet was awesome on this downhill.
He was very, very fast and just pushed it right there in the end. made a move, but they just battled back and forth, and Hunter never gave up.
No, he was good on this other downhill, and he's able to skip right past his brother here. So now Hunter into the lead again.
Yep, and again, then Jet, of course, retaliated with this move here, switching lines, going around the opposite side, the outside, and making a move.
Unbelievable, has the lead, and at one point would begin to pull away just a bit, and then in the last lap, Hunter comes back.
What an incredible last lap Hunter put on, and it was all the way down to just within a half a bike length or a bike length at the finish line. It was so close, less than half a second.
Almost bumped tires in the last turn. Jet wins by 0.553 seconds, a half second between them. High five, and they start bench racing. This is going to be really fun. We'll get both of them together here on the podium. Jason Thomas, take it away.
So I have both of the Lawrence brothers down here, and one of the most unbelievable races I've ever seen. Now, Hunter, you might disagree with that, I understand, but as a true fan of the sport, thank you for putting out such a great effort.
No, it's all right. I'll get him back another day for sure. It was cool. We traded motos today. It's Father's Day, so hopefully we gave Dad the best Father's Day he could have, 1 and 2. And a cool moto, so I hope the fans enjoyed it. You guys were awesome. We could hear you the whole way around the track, and thanks to everyone that's made this sport so great.
Now, Jet, I think you may have upset Big Brother, but that's the way it's got to be. Somebody's got to win the race, and just an unbelievable race you guys had.
Yeah, I had to get him because if not, he would have gained some points on me. So at least we tied. The crowd, that's awesome. Like Hunter said, happy Father's Day to dads. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We love you guys. We hope hopefully we gave Dazzy a good race and a bit of a heart attack. But no, it was a sick race. I mean, I relaxed for a quick second and Hunter jumped down the inside, and I have to admit, even though I got past, that was pretty sick. So, but no, thanks to the team. Congrats to Hunter also. I got to that one, so beat it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, happy to go away and not lose any points or gain any. So, I mean, it's a good weekend.
Oh, that's great. And there's going to be more. That's the best part.
I can tell you right now, I think Redbud ticket sales just went through the roof because that was one of the best races we've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Hunter's going to want to flip the script at the next one.
And this 50th anniversary is not disappointing. We've had such fantastic racing so far this season.
Yep, and that is now 8 times that they've been 1, 2 in the motos. That's unbelievable what they have done and what Honda has done as well. That is our 250 class. We'll be right back with 450 Moto 2 round out.